Did you post a link?
I just did.
Okay. Let me do that. We're live right now, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Better not say any terrible things. And then you gotta flip it in your ear and catch it behind you.
Yeah, right. Not that good.
Boom! Let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Next Level, your home for all things video games and gaming news. I am your host, Eddie the Fishman Fisher, joined, as always, by Dig Douglas.
You know what we should do? It's kind of too late now. You should have thought like spooky names for us because it's Halloween. And then around Christmas time, you think of Christmas names like Doug Kringle.
Well, guess what? It's not Halloween yet.
Well, kind of. I mean, this month is Halloween. Did you know?
Yeah, we got like 2 more shows before it's Halloween.
The ghouls don't know that.
Spooky Butts McDoug.
That's good. That's good stuff.
So before I ask you what you've got into, it's playing and all that jazz, because I know we'll probably end up talking a little bit about Star Wars. I wanted to read over to the notes I randomly took while I was watching episode 1 and the one note I took for all of episode 2 so far.
Okay, run them through me.
All right. Anakin says every single line the same. That little kid can't act.
Let me try to think.
Like, he says everything like,
Are you an angel?
Are you an angel?
You're a funny little boy.
Too. What do we do? Am I a Jedi? Like, shut up.
You're a funny little boy. Oh, she's so awkward. The
coolest kid in the whole entire movie coined the phrase, "That's so wizard."
Okay, was that the Greedo-looking guy, or was that just the kid? Like,
I think it was the actual kid. Like, he ran up to that pod racer and goes, "Man, that's so wizard, Anakin." I was like, yeah, that sure is.
That's so wizard. That's something.
Yoda looks whack, I wrote down.
He looks good as a puppet. I don't know.
Dude, you remember episode 1, though? He looks weird.
I mean, he kind of looks like a rapist.
I wasn't going to go that far.
I mean, he kind of does. He's weird. Well, okay, what version did you watch? CG Yoda or puppet Yoda?
Well, he's a puppet in the first one. Or is there 2 different versions?
Yeah, when I went and saw it in 3D with Haley a while back, they completely CGI'd him.
He probably looks way better because Puppet Yoda doesn't look, no.
I don't know. Lucas in a CGI, it didn't look that great.
That puppet was creepy. He doesn't look bad in 2, but that first one is terrifying almost.
Anakin. It's like, oh, God.
I got the Force.
It's so cool.
I want to kiss you in the belly.
Please, Cal. That's a wizard.
That's how you become a Jedi.
You kissed people in the belly button? Is that what you said?
I don't know. I also wrote down, that's Keira Knightley? Because apparently, I don't know if you know who Keira Knightley is at all. I only know her from a couple movies.
I know the name. Hold on.
But if you Googled her face, and then if you think back to who played Queen Amidala, quote unquote, or whatever her Saba or whatever, Saba. That's the sword from the White Ranger.
Yeah, I know her face. Yep.
It doesn't look like her at all because apparently they filmed this movie and they were 13 or something like that. Gosh. And they're like, oh yeah, they picked Keira Knightley because she looks just like what's her face that you don't like?
Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway, I don't like either. Who does play Padme?
Anne Hathaway? Really?
No, I don't know.
She was cool as Catwoman?
Yeah, I can say that much. Who play? I don't know.
Because she's a fan of the movie where she becomes a princess.
Natalie Portman, that's her name.
Natalie Portman, there we go.
I mean, they do look similar, I guess.
I don't know. Like, I looked at that and go, that's not Natalie Portman. I thought Natalie Portman played Padme, and then I forgot that she never plays actual Amidala.
No, Chancellor. I will not sign the paperwork. Oh, Princess Amidala.
Those guys are the best because they're so stupid.
Oh, I love during the ventilation shaft. He's got that robot thing in his mouth.
Yeah, I always remember that person. That's like the first person that comes to mind when I think about episode 1. I was like,
but it's cool that Qui-Gon puts his lightsaber in the door and melts it. That's a cool thing, right?
Yeah, they use that a lot in Actually, they use it like all the time in Clone Wars. It's pretty crazy.
It's because it's smart.
The show.
Yeah, because the movie is. Bleh.
I also wrote down that there are a ton of trailer shots. The entire movie is basically just shots to give you a really cool trailer.
Yep.
And they called their grappling hooks Ascension guns, which I thought was really silly.
Oh, they did. Grab your Ascension guns, right?
Yeah. Woo!
Right. Okay. I remember that now.
Yeah, and then, so yeah, the only note I wrote down, and the only thing I can say so far is that Anakin is a creep. He is so he's this kid who gets super obsessed with this girl he barely knows, leaves for X amount of years, and can't stop thinking about her, and gets back and just like keeps putting his face in her face going, I've always thought about you. I love you. Don't you love me?
Sand!
So
she's weird too, because she's all like, oh, you're a funny little boy. And she has a thing for him, and he's like 8.
But like, she kind of doesn't have a thing for him. But
yeah, because she's like, no, we can't. Don't touch me. And he's all like, but I want to touch you. My master says I can. Like,
then he force pushes her to the ground and starts making out with her. Ugh.
What a weird movie.
He doesn't actually do that.
Well, I thought he did. Oh, man. What movie did I watch?
But like everyone in that movie talks like they're from Art Prize. Like, I don't know if you've ever gone to Art Prize.
I haven't. I'd like to, but modern art.
So everything, if you read like the paragraph that people write about their art piece, it'll be like someone drew a picture of a corn dog, right? And then like what you would normally write is, I really like corn dogs, so I drew a picture of a corn dog.
Oh man, yeah, I relate.
But what people actually write is, in the spring, when the soul is filled with so much emotion, a pig mutilated in a shape that is covered in a raspy. It's like, what are you talking about?
It's a stupid corn dog with cheese in it. Just accept it.
Hey, no, not with cheese in it.
Hey, hot dogs with cheese in it are good.
I don't know.
Unless you cook it too much and then cheese burn your tongue. You go, ooh, and then you don't want the hot dog anymore. It hurts.
I don't know. It's just really funny because everyone talks like that. Like, hey, man, hey, Anakin, how have you been, dude? The darkest pits of my soul have reached the galaxy in ways that I could never feel before. But the Force makes me attune myself into emotional ways that Pluto, as a planet, feels to the other planets. Like, what?
All right, man, I'll see you later. I'll catch you later.
No, dude, I'm out.
Yeah, my life is like an alligator. I gotta snap out of here. That's stupid.
I don't know what you just said.
That was dead Qui-Gon's ghost. I gotta snap out of here, and then he left. But I will say this: Episode 1 is the best music. Not out of the 1, 2, 3. Best music and some cool sound effects.
Yeah, that's
because once the ball was right behind him, you know. Boom, 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 boom.
Darth Maul is still awesome.
Yeah, he is. I wonder if in the new movie if they'll take that extended canon as, yeah, he totally didn't die, you guys. He's still alive.
I don't know. That's kind of the rumor, I guess.
Yeah, because he walked out of that pit. It was like, I'm out of here.
Oh, whatever, dude.
Later.
So speaking of Star Wars, I didn't get a chance to play Battlefront with you. I want to know, how do you enjoy it?
Super good. Okay, number 1, there's no war tapes sound option.
Oh, well,
because
that makes sense.
War tapes sound super good, but I'm gonna move your face right here. Actually, there.
The
that
war
works.
tape thing in Battlefield is always
Sounds
really
great.
Cool, but
No, Battlefront's awesome because it feels more like Battlefront than I thought it was going to, but it still feels like Battlefield because Battlefront always kind of did. And I don't mind the icons of the map. I really don't care. The snow looks so good, like with the sparkling.
Yeah.
Yeah. AT-ATs are okay. Do you call them AT-ATs or AT-ATs?
Both. Because everyone seems to call them both. It seems a little universal, I guess.
Yeah, but no, those are fun to pilot. I like the mode. Gosh, I always forget what it's called in Battlefield. Is it Conquest? When you keep working your way back. I like that more than. Okay, I like that more than the fending the pods mode.
I do too.
Flying ships is way easier than in Battlefield 4. I could actually do it.
I actually went back to Battlefield 4, and I I was like, man, I just had so much fun flying an X-Wing around because the controls are simple. And I know people are like, oh, this game is so casual. It's like, yeah, but like, I don't know. It's just easier to have fun with.
Yeah, but no, I think it's really good, and I'm really excited. And I know you're telling me some people seem to hate it, but on NeoGAF, it seems pretty positive. Everyone's pretty stoked.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like when I first started seeing some articles and stuff and watching people just kind of comment about it, it seemed like a lot of people's like thoughts on it. Like my prediction was that when people actually get their hands on this, they'll change their minds. Not everyone, because some people, you know, they have a certain expectation about it, and some people are just stubborn. But like for example, I was talking to our pal Drew, and he told me, and this is speaking on the icons for ships on the map. Some people are very against this, that ships don't spawn on the map. Like you don't walk up to an X-Wing, jump in it, and fly off. Instead, you pick up an icon, and the guy bends down and goes, "We need X-Wing support," and it does a screen wipe. Like, and
I hate Star Wars. It's the perfect wipe, and I love that.
Right, it's the Star Wars transition, and it's like either from side to side or from out to, or like in to out. Like
I love that
Star Wars transition.
Yeah.
So for me, like aesthetically, I'm like, okay, that makes more sense than like you're the Imperials and you have a TIE fighter sitting on the Rebel base for some reason, and no one decided to blow it up before you got there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like aesthetically, it makes more sense that they would come in, but people like him would say that's just lazy. Why wouldn't they do that? It's just completely lazy. Why would I? That's stupid. And I guess I don't get that. Like to me, mechanically, there's no difference, and aesthetically, it makes more sense.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, and it sounds so good.
Yeah, the sounds are great.
They nailed it. Nailed it. Like when you hear the AT-AT do the choo-choo, it just sounds perfect.
Yep.
Oh, I was like, man, I cannot wait till this game comes out.
You know that people are actually upset that the AT-ATs are not, you can't move them? And I was like, you guys realize that the whole point of that mode is that the AT-ATs are on a timer.
Yeah.
Because that's how the mode works. Like if you were able to just move those things wherever you want, it would break what the mode is.
Yeah. Super good.
Who also wants to walk like the slowest thing in the world?
I don't know.
It's just like, oh man, I want to reduce my walking speed to almost non-existent.
Just get the chicken walker.
Yeah.
That thing's pretty cool.
No ATPTs in this one though.
What were the ATPTs?
They're only in like Rogue Squadron, I think.
Oh, I was trying to think. I'm like, what?
I think they stand for like all-terrain personnel something, but they're like small. They're made for like a couple people.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's great. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, I know.
Excited for Squadrons, but what else have you been playing? What else is?
So let's talk about Meat Boy.
Okay.
This is gonna sound weird to say, and I don't like saying it.
I thought we talked about this weird soundtrack thing.
That's part of it too.
Okay.
I think once you beat Meat Boy, that game's kind of easy. Is that wrong to say?
No, that makes perfect sense.
Because you know the level layout, you know what you got to look for, you know what you got to do. And I will say this, that D-pad makes all the difference in the world because that 360 D-pad sucks buns. And I was able to do a lot more stuff with that PS4 one. So
I never played that game with a D-pad because I had it on 360.
Oh, you use the analog stick?
I ain't using that D-pad.
Yeah. No, like every movement seems so much easier to do and fluid with that D-pad. I know people are like, "Duh." I'm like, no, that makes a difference for sure.
Oh yeah,
But,
there's no like delay in you going left or right.
No, so I flew through that and I beat that. The music, there were some tracks that were okay, but on the Vita it's nice too. I was doing some bonus levels that what you saw me doing today, and I don't think there's internet levels in this one. Like you know how they had internets, it's not there.
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, because in the old ones it had internets, and it was another world you could play levels that people made online. It's on PC and 360.
Oh, okay.
Nowhere to be seen on here.
That's kind of a bummer.
So I don't know if there's a way to unlock it or it's just not there. I don't know. Yeah, really weird. What else have I been playing? But Meat Boy's great. It's
still Meat Boy.
Yeah, is it my top 3?
It's just play a different soundtrack.
I think it's definitely one of my favorite platformers of all time. That game just plays right.
All time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real good. I don't know. I know I played stuff, but it's hard to think of it on the spot. You know what I mean?
I know I didn't really play a whole lot because most of my time was spent playing the Star Wars beta.
Oh yeah, I've been like I was talking to you earlier. I've been playing Rock Band 4, but I keep saying why, because Rock Band 3 has everything that I own.
Yeah, so let me ask you about that because that I kind of wrote that down for some news things, but really it was just me wanting to ask you about Rock Band 4 issues and additions because I know that they're adding a bunch of stuff and I heard that they're having some issues with certain things. Like, what's going on with Rock Band 4?
Well, some of my Guitar Hero guitars quit working on it.
Just random?
Yeah, and I got freaked out going, oh my gosh, they're broken. So I turned on my PS3, I booted up Rock Band 3, no problems. I plugged it on my PS4 for Rock Band 4, constantly drops my connection over and over and over again.
Man, that's a bummer.
So it has weird support with that. And then the foot pedal thing. So we've talked about this. Black port, orange port. You plug in your pedals to each one, you have double kick. Before you start a song in Rock Band 4, you can double kick. As soon as it starts, cuts off the black port. So I'm like, oh, what if I just plug it into a splitter, plug it in the orange port, and that'll be fine. And that worked before the song started. As soon as the song started again, stopped. Couldn't even hit a single pedal. So it does not support double kick whatsoever at all.
Now, does it allow that still to be the hi-hat?
I don't think so, because I don't see any options anywhere in the drums to add that as a hi-hat.
That's a bummer.
And another thing they cut out that really bums me out is I turned on bass overdrive. So when I'm playing guitar, the bass guitar that the AI is playing is super loud. So I think that sounds really cool.
Okay.
Nowhere to be seen in this, because some songs sound really good with that bass cranked. Nowhere to be seen. And Rock Band 4 does not support surround sound.
So
it doesn't sound as good as 3.
So this is the bummer, right?
Yep.
Guitar Hero, interesting ideas. And I'm assuming, I'll just say I don't know for sure yet.
Okay.
But that GHTV stuff sounds awful. And then you get Rock Band, and you're like, man, this is what I want, but it's missing so much that I'd rather just play 3.
Yeah.
Like, it came back and, like, kind of whimpery.
I think Fago endorsement. I think people are speculating that Harmonix tried to beat Guitar Hero to the market. So they kind of rushed it.
Yeah, I could probably see that.
But I don't know, man. I'm having fun playing because I like the solo mode. I mean, it's not blowing me away, but every time I play it, I go, sure wish I could play that song. I mean, I can just turn on Rock Band 3.
So my problem, well, I mean, you're the solo and stuff you talking about? Or just a random song?
Yeah, no, I'm saying like I like the solos in 4, but I'm like, is it worth it to play Rock Band 4 for this when I have everything I own in Rock Band 3?
Yeah. And see, like, for me, like, the solo mode thing is really interesting, but it falters in certain things. So, like, if you wanted to do, like, you can't do that because it doesn't support, like, you strumming really fast. It's not one-to-one.
Yeah. I don't know. It's
like there's really interesting stuff happening. There's a lot of complexity to it, and it can be really cool once you get the hang of it. But
yeah,
also weird because it's not super accurate at the same time.
Yeah, but yeah, I've been mostly dinking around with that Meat Boy, and I know this controller is very strange to you still, but this right here, I have been testing it out for the past couple days.
That thing. So, for people just listening to the audio, Doug has this. It's Hori, right?
Officially licensed, even.
Oh wow! Okay,
yeah.
So officially licensed Hori Nintendo 64 controller. You should just look it up. It takes out the middle handle where the analog stick is, and it makes it look like a Dreamcast controller. But the D-pad is now in the middle of the controller, and the analog stick's off to the left hand.
Yes.
And Z is on L1, or like R1 would be?
These are Z's.
Oh, it's on both sides. Okay.
This is left, this is right. Which a couple people commented on my picture going, what? Where's the top buttons? I'm like, do you guys forget how controllers work? Like,
yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Like, you guys are on to like PS4 and Xbox controller. Yeah,
but you know, it's kind of small. It's really comfy though. I was playing Mario Tennis, Mario 64, Star Fox.
Well, I'm sure it's a little small because that D-pad's kind of in a weird position.
Yeah, but it's really nice. I would say the stick might be a little too touchy for first-person shooters, but oh well, I guess. I mean, I don't play those that often. But the D-pad, if a game supports it, it is weird because it's not in a good spot. But not many games support the D-pad besides, wrestling games.
You're not going to play No Mercy with that beast.
No, but everything else, it's fine. I think if you put your hands on it, you'd go, oh, okay. But you also don't hate the N64 controller like I do.
I know. I mean, just look at how beautiful this thing is. Like,
it's so weird.
Like, I don't know. To me, I'm always holding it at an angle because, like, I don't know. It's a weird controller. I'm not going to deny that, right? It's a Naboo Star. Oh my gosh. It's a Naboo Starfighter, basically, with a weird pack on it. But
so is that a memory card or a Rumble? What are we doing?
It's the old it's the memory card, the performance memory card, the one that like every kid had that wasn't, that was poor.
Yeah, well, the performance, they're there for you.
Yeah, I got them all with my South Park game. That was pretty cool.
Awesome. That's really good.
But no, so like for me, holding that controller and holding this controller really isn't that crazy because to me, like I just move my thumb over and just hit the D-pad to like select things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool. They're neat. Only released in Japan.
Huh.
And I guess they were released very late in the lifespan, like right before GameCube came out. That's why it has the nub that looks like a GameCube nub.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty nice. I like it. It's cool. Makes me not hate playing my 64.
Oh, get out of here.
I'm gonna have to try those Bombermans out. With that.
Yeah, you own them all now.
Whoa! Yeah, poor Bomberman. What a guy. What were we gonna say?
No, I was gonna start saying I played some other stuff, but I didn't really play a whole lot. Like I said, I played a ton of Star Wars. I tried to play a little bit more Destiny to kind of keep up with some of the people I was playing with.
Mm-hmm.
Started Fantasy Life over because
okay,
yeah, but I've actually just been kind of watching shows and trying to catch up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I've been watching bad horror movies too. Like I watched a couple more Friday the 13th because those are so easy just to sit there and go, because they're so dumb. But we've talked about Sleepaway Camp, and I think everyone on this planet needs to watch those movies because they are incredible. They're so weird.
I just watched the ending, and I'm
you're like, I'm gonna have nightmares about this girl now.
Dude, no, like I was, because I kind of fell asleep down here, and I went upstairs and turned off all the lights, and I had to get all the way down the hallway. I was like, that creepy hermaphrodite person.
Going.
Well, not hermaphrodite. That's inaccurate. It was just a dude.
Yes. I saw Trick or Treat. That was cool. Which, like you said, it's surprising there wasn't another movie called Trick or Treat.
What is that?
I don't know. Have you ever seen Event Horizon?
No.
Everyone talks about it, and I finally decided that I'm going to watch it this week because that's the one that they're in a spaceship, and they land on a space shuttle, I guess, and it's a portal to hell. I don't know. Why not?
Okay.
So I've actually heard that one's pretty scary. So
good deal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still playing Tony Hawk. I get people's complaints, but it's not as extreme as everyone says.
Yeah, like listening to some of what Jeff Gerstmann was saying, I totally get it, right? Like it's a frustrating thing for me as a guy who like, especially with Geometry Wars and especially with Tony Hawk, just going like, doom, and like getting right back into what you were doing in like 1 second.
Yeah, that's why Meat Boy.
Terrible.
Yeah, but if you disconnect online, it's a lot better. But my biggest problem with the game isn't that some of the tricks are a little different. It's the missions aren't fun. I mean, I wish there was this kind of can I unlock this level now? And hit a button. But I don't know. It's fine.
A lot of like weird things that are bad about the game that like just add up.
Yeah,
I think that's really where the faults lie.
And I hate to lay blame on Robomoto because I think those guys know, and they're trying. But when you have Activision as a publisher and you're not Call of Duty, it's really hard to get money, I think, and have a budget big enough.
You're probably right. I mean, look at all those sweet Spider-Man games and how much jank those have.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people online are like, Robomoto's the worst, and now Activision's doing this. I'm like, where have you guys been? Activision has been janky since PS2. Like, they've always released jank.
I would say PS1 even, but...
Oh, what games did they make on PS1? I can't even think of any.
Well, I mean, I know they...
I know they did, but I just,
Did they not? They didn't have a hand on those old Tony Hawks, did they?
No, they published them.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, they gosh, my first PS2 game was an Activision published game called Supercar Street Challenge.
Oh, boy.
That game sucked.
Yeah,
I remember going like, man, Mom, like, is this it?
dude.
Is this next gen? But I don't know. It's Tony Hawk's fine. Rock Band's kind of really bummed me out.
Yeah, I kind of glad I didn't buy it yet.
Oh, and speaking of games, I think I'm slowly getting to that point where I'm going to boot up The Witcher because
It's so good.
that new patch apparently really completely changed the PS4 game, and it's like, ooh, maybe now's the time.
Oh, that one from like a few months ago you were talking about?
No, a new one just hit, and it's blown everyone away. They raised the resolution. No, they didn't. No, it's still 1080p. They raised the frame rate and just made it. Yeah, and they made it look better, I guess. I don't know. What?
To 60?
No, it's now based. I don't want to say a definite locked 30, but now when you're in that swamp area that everyone talks about, it only drops to like 28 frames.
Oh, okay. I never really had a problem with it dropping so much, but
people are like, "Oh my gosh!" And I guess it plays really good now. And
well, they changed the movement and like you can toggle between it, so you can have it play more like the old Witcher 2, where turning around doesn't have an animation; you just start walking that way.
oh, okay.
It really helps. But to me, the combat's always been good. I don't know why people freaked out about how bad it was.
Ugh. And you know, I have all the DLC because I got the one with the season pass for $5.
Oh yeah, so okay, yeah.
So I have all that downloaded. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna try it at some point.
Highly recommend it.
Hey, speaking of, Mad Max 3 is really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that relates to The Witcher.
So
Warner Brothers.
the first half feels like a Mad Max movie. Second half, Peter Pan. Woo!
That sounds awful.
He's hanging out with a bunch of kids.
Bad, but those don't mix.
No, Max is just hanging out with a bunch of kids, and they're trying to go to Tomorrowland. And silly, funny music's playing when a guy falls into a vat of pigs. It's really bad.
Well, I'm really sad you watched that.
Yeah, me too. But what can you do? I have to do it for the people.
For the people.
Yes.
You know what else we have to do for the people? Let them know about all the cool games that came out.
Whoa!
Transitions. So, a few big ones and a lot of small ones, it seems like. And, oh my gosh, what's the date today, Doug?
The 14th.
Do you know what game came out today?
No. Oh! I remember what I played. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Am I good?
You all right?
Okay. Hey, I played that Unreal Tournament.
Oh, right. You keep forgetting to talk about that.
Gosh, I screamed so loud. I feel like I scared you.
I thought
Hey,
died.
really good.
Yeah?
I take back every fear I had. It's really good. Super fast, really smooth. People online are good. It's a blast, and I can't wait till it's out of pre-alpha. So, hey, if you have a PC, go download it. It's free. All right, keep going.
So this is why I thought you freaked out. Because the game that came out today was Goosebumps.
Oh, it did. On 3DS, right?
Xbox One, 360, PS4, PS3,
Hold
and
on.
3DS.
Hold on. Is it downloadable only on those?
It must be. I don't know because I don't remember seeing any retail stuff for it.
How good is it, you think?
It's probably not good at all. Did you get my message, by the way? I think
About what?
I think it's on .PlayStation.
Oh, I need to check for the free tickets.
Yeah,
I need to check that.
gotta get those.
I'll get some free tickets.
So anyway, the rest of the releases this week, your big ones, Dragon Quest Heroes came out on the PS4. You have Minecraft Story Mode Episode 1 releasing on everything almost. The Talos Principle came out on PS4. Wasteland 2 on Xbox One and PS4. Broforce made its way to PC. Warhammer had a sequel that came out. Warhammer 40K Death Watch.
Awesome.
And then, yeah, so, of course, Corpse Party came out on the Vita. Back to the Future hit consoles as well for Xbox One, 360, and PS4.
And they added stuff to this version. They re-recorded the dialogue to have Biff.
Oh, like actual Biff?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, awesome.
Grand Ages Medieval came out on PS4. The 3DS also got Legend of Legacy, which actually looks pretty neat. It's Atlas-style RPG. Kind of looks like Bravely Default, but pop-up book. It seems pretty neat. Three Force Home, whatever the heck that is, I have no idea. Mushroom 11 is out on your PC back in Linux.
Finally.
Yeah. The Witcher 3 Heart of Stone expansion finally came out, and I need to play that because I just want to play more Witcher.
I heard there's a point in The Witcher where it really bogs down and it kind of hits a slump.
I think if you are playing through the story beats, that's probably not true.
But if you okay.
But I also never felt like that at all, and I played a lot of side quest stuff too. Like I don't know, like it felt like the pacing just kind of was there.
Okay.
Like it sounds weird to say this, but when I played The Witcher, remember that show, The Legend of the Seeker?
Oh my gosh, yes I do. Holy crap!
Shows like that where you would. Not that it's like that quality, right?
I don't know. It's pretty high quality.
But it felt like you would just be playing stuff like that. So,
Okay.
like, oh, hey, you just did these, like you're in this world, right? And you have this overall story. This is the comparison. This is the way to put it. So you have this overall story. Like, hey, I have to find Ciri, and the Wild Hunt's after her. Oh, no. That's like the overall story.
Mm-hmm.
But they did the thing that Mass Effect didn't quite do, where it's like, this thing's going to happen and the world's going to end. I better go talk to these dudes at the bar, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So you're
All
doing
right.
to distract you away from, like, saving the world from, split-second doom here. But in The Witcher, they do it where, like, yeah, these things need to get taken care of, but they're not time imperative. And because you are trying to find someone almost the whole game, it's like you're constantly driving towards that stuff, but it's not time sensitive. So when you're playing side missions or doing other quests or things that lead you away from, like, even if you're doing main story and it kind of splits off into something, it kind of feels like, oh, well, yeah, it's like you're watching a season long and, like, the end of the season is they finally find the girl, but you have all these other episodes that need to fill the gap, but they're fun to watch.
Okay. That sounds all right. That makes sense.
Yeah, so, like, to me, everything in The Witcher just kind of flowed really well overall and crafted a really neat world.
Do you remember the show Wishbone?
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
There you go, just for you.
Well, on that note, we'll take our first break. We'll come back with a few other headlines. You were watching The Next Level. And we're back.
What are you?
Dramatic.
Okay. What are you? That's
What?
a stupid thing. I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't have a whole lot pulled up for this week. The first thing I wrote down, like, a bunch of betas and alphas and stuff kind of kept coming up. So Battleborn just had their beta signups just happen. Doug's getting arrested, apparently.
Yep.
Battleborn beta is up for signups. The Doom alpha is up for signups. The Wolfenstein beta access, the guaranteed beta access, will help you get into the alpha, but it doesn't necessarily grant you access.
Yeah, I have to try getting into that.
And then everyone can download the Dark Souls 3 beta, but you still have to sign up and hope you get in. But everyone can download it right now. Which is
Okay.
weird. But I want to ask you this one. This is my next headline, right? How much do you know about this weird Half-Life 3 T's and Dota's update?
Oh, people at NeoGaf are losing their minds over it.
Yeah, so I knew it was on the gaff, so
Yeah.
tell me what the heck? What are people talking about?
I don't know, because, like, in the update file, there was a couple of text files, and they're just talking about, like, change logs to Half-Life or something like that, or, like, to level layouts, if I remember correctly. And people are like, you mean this was accidentally put in there? Come on. I just think that Valve is just being jerks, and they just keep doing stuff like this. I don't think it's real.
Started because a text file was just called HL3.
Yeah, and when you opened it up, it had, like, it was just, like, level so-and-so changed to so-and-so, or something like that, and people were like, this is it! It's coming up! I think Valve knows, and they just keep joking around and doing stuff like this.
In all honesty, like, if they were going to announce one of the biggest game announcements of all time, you'd think you'd know.
Also, you know what they would do? I guarantee it. This is a pizza bet, but you might agree with me. Valve's going to go, Half-Life 3 is available right now. Boom! And then it's going to be on Steam. They're not going to tease it. They're not going to have anything. They're just going to say it, and it's going to come out.
I could see them doing it. I don't know if I would agree that they will, but if they did it, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because, oh, man,
They're so focused on Steam machines. Like, what if, like, when they start pumping out that stuff, they go, hey, by the way, now that Steam machines are here, look at this big game you can play. You should buy our console.
And then it shows Gordon Freeman standing with a crowbar. I think the internet would break. I think the entire internet would break.
You're probably right.
Because I love Half-Life, and I'd love to see an ending to that story, but...
Hey, we still need episode 2 to get finished.
Oh, man, that ends... Did you beat episode 2?
I didn't.
Man, what a cliffhanger.
I
Holy
haven't now. I
crap.
can play it now, but-
You could. Did you ever see Lord of the Rings, episode number 3?
No.
Oh, man.
No, I've actually owned Half-Life 2 Episode 2 forever and have never played it. I don't know why, but
It's super good. Much better than episode 1. But that's not the same for Star Wars, so don't.
Okay.
Don't.
Episode 2, best Star Wars movie of all time.
Oh, my gosh.
Best movie of all time.
Even if you're joking, I just get so mad.
Hayden Christensen, actor of the year, actor of the generation,
Yep, better than
Actors
Macaulay
Union.
Culkin.
better than everyone I've ever seen ever.
Wow,
He can
that's...
try like no other person.
How many movies have you seen? Just that one, or
Well, yeah, those two.
that's it? That's all I've
He was
seen.
also in Wanted, and I'm sure that wasn't good.
He was in one movie I didn't think he was terrible in, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Oh, it was Star Wars Episode 2, the best movie
Yeah.
of all time.
Oh, right. It's got those bug people in it.
Yeah, the Genosians.
Thank you.
Well, hey, speaking of Star Wars, Doug, I'm sure you love Disney Infinity 3.0 and just can't wait to get your
Can't
Force
wait.
Awakens set.
Oh man, I'm so excited.
I'll tell you what, I saw the figure for, was it Kylo Ren as the new Sith guy on there?
Yeah.
Figure looks so cool, and I would love to play more of Star Wars like Infinity, so I'll probably pick it up.
So, never mind. I don't want to know.
What?
I don't know. I've been trying to keep in the dark about episode 7.
Oh, okay.
Is that what am I trying to think of? Is that a Skywalker? You think?
I don't think so, but I also have been kind of keeping in the dark.
Yeah, I don't want to know anything. Like the whole Stormtrooper lady thing.
Yeah, like
I'm trying not to
I know
read.
that Captain Phasma's a character. That's as far as I want to know.
Yup, that's all I know. That's all I care to know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited to see that. If you want to learn more, I'll have a video next week about some Star Wars.
I'm sure you'll talk about it next week too.
I'm,
So I was pod racing. I'm like, okay, all right.
there's no more pod racing, by the way.
What? That's it?
It was the one. Yeah, it was kind of a bummer.
Well, here's what you do. You get your Dreamcast out. And you
And
play
play
that.
the best game ever.
Top 5. No.
I mean, no, it's pretty great though.
I mean, it is. It does handle pretty good. My only complaint is, correct me if I'm wrong, because I've only played as a handful of pod racers in my day. They always sound the same in that game.
I don't think you're right.
Okay, because Sebulba's definitely does not sound like the movies. It does not go bum 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 bum. It does not.
Although, no, his I could have swore his did in Nintendo 64.
Now you're gonna make me check.
Yeah, you're gonna have to check that out and let me know. But maybe you're right. Maybe you are right about the sounds because I'm thinking like maybe the boost does because they only have that one.
Chicken.
That's the only one that they have. Will go,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I don't know. Now I always played as Mars Guo. I didn't play as anyone else because he was the best. Like
That's
he
a
had
wizard.
awesome stats. Yeah, he is so wizard.
Oh man.
Phil Spencer. He wants to win back customer trust. I love this guy. I think he's great. If you don't know who Phil Spencer is, he is the head of Xbox. And I'm
He's
so
the man that's gonna give us a new Battletoads.
it's gonna happen.
I think so.
But like Phil Spencer is the guy that he's like, yeah, you know what? We are getting our butts kicked, and we lost a lot of trust based on some of the decisions that were made. And I want to fix that. I want to win people, and I want to win this generation. Like he's all about it.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I like him. He's what Xbox needed, not Don. Look at my hair, Matrick.
He's stickly Matrick.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me tell you about the Xbox One.
Always connected. No use games. $4.99. No one was happy.
That's my cricket sounds. I'm not good at making a cricket. So
There you go.
tell me about this silly preview of Uncharted 2 thing, tell me about Uncharted.
So the website. Do you know the website? VG247. You know them? Well, they saw it. What they thought was Uncharted 4 at the Tokyo Game Show before the Uncharted collection came out, and they had an article like, "Is Uncharted 4 too? Does it have too much formula? Does it ride on a train? Is that the saying? The
So, like,
same?
they like just saw it like at a kiosk.
Yeah, like this looks too much like 4. You know, seems too. You know, it's already done it in the past. This is what it is." Then it turns out Sony came out and said, "No, you idiots! That was Uncharted 2 in the HD collection. That was not Uncharted 4." So
How
they
did they
posted.
mess that up?
I don't know. Either number one that says, "Wow, that collection must look really good," or number two. Speaking of, I played that.
Yeah, I guess I checked that out a little bit.
Yeah, hey, it's good. Uncharted 1 has too many firefights.
One looks a lot nicer though.
Yes,
than-
it does.
Like the other two hold up well enough to where the upgrade isn't as noticeable, but one was a pretty nice bump.
Yeah, too many shootouts, man. It drives me nuts.
It's the worst. I played that one on easy, just because I don't want to deal with it.
I did too because,
I played on normal the first time, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you get that messed up, but yeah, they're dumb.
yeah, I'd say that hurts your reputation.
Yes, it does. Because now they're gonna be like, "Oh, Halo 5. Does it seem too familiar? It was Halo 3, you idiots."
I'm sorry. I just realized you wrote me a note about my misspelling of a word.
Yeah,
I
wanted to
fixed
let you
it
know.
now, so now you're the nerd.
Oh, great.
If you really want to win some fans, though, here's the deal. You become Rocket League, and you give everyone a DeLorean for the holidays.
All
That's
right, I could do that. Oh, you can also buy more DLC.
Yeah?
You can make your soccer ball a pumpkin.
Oh, I didn't – wait, hold on. Wasn't that like a temporary unlock thing? Or is that not one of them?
Ooh, you might be right, because I thought you could buy that.
I think you can buy it, but you can also unlock almost all the Halloween stuff.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other DLC, too, for different cars. So that's cool.
Yeah, definitely going to have – is that out right now, the update?
Yes.
Okay.
If not, it'll be next Tuesday.
I'm going to have to play some more of that so I can get all the Halloween unlocks for sure.
I don't know if I'm going to stop being Sweet Tooth, though. I love that truck.
It's a pretty great truck.
It is.
All right, and my last piece of news, which is you probably looked at this more than I did because I knew that this was – we were talking about this for so long.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long for us to actually hear about this Kickstarter? But the Friday the 13th is getting that game we've all wanted.
Yeah, and their reasoning why it's not getting published now is weird. They didn't outright say it, but it's basically no publisher would let them make it M. They wanted to go as gory and stupid as possible, but they couldn't get that.
That seems odd about a game about a murderer.
Yeah, so they went to Kickstarter, and they have like the original director, and they have a producer, and they've got they got him, the dude that owns it, was like, yeah, let's do this, let's work together, let's make this game cool. But the biggest problem about this Kickstarter, all the stretch goals are hidden. They don't tell you what they are.
That's dumb.
Like, wouldn't you want to see like what other things there are? Because there's a stretch goal. They said like, yeah, we want to add a single player campaign. If we reach it, I'm like, well, how much money do we have to get to?
Wait, a single player campaign? You can't play the game single player right now?
No, it's multiplayer only.
Oh, weird. I mean, I love the idea of you guys, like people playing co-op against Jason. That sounds awesome.
I hope that there will be a skin to make him 8-bit colors.
Yeah.
Because that's perfect. But no, it looked really cool watching the pitch video and Adam Sessler being a cool guy because I like him.
Oh, was he a part of that?
Yeah, he's pushing it big time. He's super excited about it.
That's why I know about it, because he kept pushing it on Twitter.
Yeah, so looks really cool. I wonder if it's going to hit its goal.
I hope so, because I think it's a really cool concept. Like playing a horror game with your friends where you're all just like, ah! Like that would be sweet.
Yeah. Because they were talking about one time they were playing it, and they didn't show it because I'm sure it looks super rough right now. But they were trying to fix this boat and only can hold 2 counselors. And Jason's like walking up the beach, and you're like, ah, trying to build this boat. And he just grabs one of them and kills him. And they all just run away. And then you hide around. And someone brought up a good point. Someone's like, if you can't hide in a sleeping bag in this game, it's the worst. Like, you should be able to hide in a sleeping bag.
Because like that's what we would do if we were watching scary movies.
because you know he's just gonna pick up the sleeping bag and hit you against a tree. Like
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah, I have high hopes for that game. I don't know what the release date was because they've been kind of working on it this whole time. You know, not with much of a budget, but yeah, it's PS4, Xbox One, PC.
Yeah, if that's like a $20 game, I'll probably be in for sure.
They might charge full. Is my
Oh,
assumption.
they might go like full retail kind of thing.
You can get a physical disc if you do a certain tier of backing, but it's a
Maybe at least
Kickstarter exclusive. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
So there you go.
Well, cool, man. I'm pretty excited. I hope that comes to fruition. But
Yeah.
we'll take our final break here. We'll come back and we'll talk about DLC. Is it too much? We'll find out. And welcome back. So the reason I thought of this one, this little topic here, is because with the announcement of the Star Wars Battlefront $50 season pass, and with that and like Call of Duty doing a season pass, people are like losing their minds. Like, of course, these have season passes, but I think there's this new trend now that, you see Halo and stuff like that saying like, well, we're not going to charge people for the maps because we don't want to splinter our groups. So, like,
That's what Starhawk did.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the smart route to go. Like, charge for other things. But I also get, like, if these people are putting in all this time and effort into these other things, like, it's hard to be like, well, we're just going to give it to people. But, like, where do you lie on that? How do you feel about this whole thing?
It's hard. I think you've done it, and I don't fault you for it. But I never buy a season pass, I think.
I've bought the season pass for Battlefield 3 and 4, and that's it, because I knew I was going to play all of that because I played the game a lot.
The one season pass I bought was Injustice. That was a crap show.
You got burned on that one pretty good.
Yeah. The BioShock season pass was good because the content you got was great, but I don't like handing over money like that. Like, oh, yeah, sure, give me DLC later because it could suck bones.
Yeah, and that's kind of the bummer risk. Like, I think if you're going to announce a season pass, you should tell people what's in it first.
Yeah.
Like, Batman 1 was at least forthright in saying, like, oh, here's what you're going to get. But the breakdown on the price on that stuff, like, why would anyone pay $40 for that $8 thing that they wanted?
It's hard because, back in the day, PC stuff was all free. Now, when the original Xbox is out, when they were charging Halo maps, I think they were $5 for a pack. And then after, like, I don't know, a couple months, they made the maps free.
Dude, Call of Duty ruined it.
Yeah, because even Halo 3 maps were $5. Then all of a sudden they went to 10.
2, remember? Killzone 2 was like $2, $3.
Oh, yeah, that was good times. Then all of a sudden it went up to 10. It's like, oh, no, that's not good. And then all of a sudden Call of Duty goes, you know what? 15.
Yeah.
That's now the norm, and that sucks.
It's like, I think I'd be more okay. Like, I know I'm going to enjoy it for Star Wars. I know that content's going to be around stuff that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I love the game, so I'm definitely going to want it. Plus, like, a lot of times in like the downloadable content, they add extra modes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to that as well. But it's tough. Like, I have faith in it because I've enjoyed the season passes for Battlefield 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And I got the extra content for Bad Company 2, but that was one I got after the fact.
Oh, the Vietnam stuff was great.
Yeah, that was awesome. And that was just like that was a standalone, wasn't it? You didn't even need them, or didn't know you didn't need them.
You did, but it was only what? That was 15 too, wasn't it? And that was like a whole expansion.
Yeah, that was like 4. Was it more than 4? I thought it was just 4 maps. But it was
but it was completely different.
Exactly. Yeah, it was 4 maps, but you had completely different guns, style. Like it was a really nice DLC. Well, there was one. Who recently just came out, they pitched their whole season pass or whatever, but broke down everything.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I wish I could remember who it was, but they were like, hey, this is what's going to be in it. This is how much it's going to be. This is when it's going to come out. This is everything you need to know about our downloadable plans. And I think that's the way to do it if you're going to charge people for it.
Didn't Rockstar stall this with L.A. Noire?
Huh?
Were they the first ones to do the season pass?
No, because Call of Duty did Elite, which was basically the season pass, right?
Yes. Right?
It was because you paid $50 for
Right.
Elite and it gave you all the maps.
But that was after LA Noir.
Yeah, because that was like Black Ops 2. I don't know. I don't know who the original season pass person was.
It's tough because I usually don't buy much multiplayer DLC. I'm usually with single player, and that's hard because Minerva's Den for BioShock 2 is some of the best DLC, and it was a good length, had a lot to it, hit you in the heart, and that was. Oh, is that it? Might have. I want to say it was 10, but I feel like I only paid 5.
I want to say it was cheaper than 10.
And
I don't know if it was too expensive.
that was great. And then the DLC they did for Infinite, the ones where you go back to Rapture, those were also excellent. Because it's hard because you think, oh, geez, I'm spending $10 on this content that's 3 hours, and I spent $60 on this game that's, I don't know, 8. You get what I'm saying? It's hard with like timing, but it's like it's all about quality. It's not quantity, I think, at that point.
I agree, and that's why, like, for me, I'll pay $50 to get the Star Wars ones because I know the quality will be there, and it's something I know I'm going to play a lot, so I don't feel bad about that. Like, it's like everyone always talks about a value proposition when they buy something. It's like, well, if Journey is $15, but it's an hour long. It's like, yeah, but like, did you enjoy that hour a lot like I did? Because to me, it was worth the money.
Yeah.
And that's always a hard conversation to have because it's going to be different for people. Like for me, paying $50 for all those maps, yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of content I'm going to get. But if you ask me to pay $50 for, the Splatoon updates, I probably would have done it because I love Splatoon. But like,
Yeah.
I don't think that's would have been as good of a value.
No, and I think Nintendo's DLC is smart. They're cheap and they give you a lot. Like Mario Kart, no brainer. That was so worth it. The Smash Brothers DLC, besides the Mii fighters outfits, I think those are a little.
Yeah,
silly.
the Mario Kart stuff was $12 for everything, and it was so much content. That was like a whole other game.
Yeah, and then the Smash Brothers thing, you spend what? Is it $4 and you get it on the 3DS and the Wii U?
Yeah, and they pieced it out, which was nice.
Yeah, that's
The
awesome.
option to buy them in bundles.
Yeah, so I think Nintendo's smart with it. I think they're doing a good job. But I don't know. Call of Duty map packs 15 apiece just seems so overpriced.
But it's weird because it's how it's been for so long that it's crazy that people would complain about it now.
I know, but maybe because the maps aren't as good. Because Modern Warfare 2 DLC maps were awesome.
I don't think I ever got any of those.
There's one where you're in a roller, like at a theme park, and there was a clown face.
Oh, I remember seeing that. Yeah.
It was a good map. Like, those maps were good. I don't think anyone's as good as making maps for multiplayer as Infinity Ward. Well, ever. I wouldn't say ever, but like for Call of Duty.
Yeah. Dude, Afghan still to me is like probably my favorite map that was in that game or maybe that whole series. I don't know. It's really good.
Yeah.
Speaking of good map design, so I was playing a little bit more Splatoon lately, and I had like a kind of a sabbatical from it because I was playing other stuff. But I went back to one of the original maps that was in rotation tonight, and they've completely changed that map to make it like completely different balance and flow. And it's like, wow, this is better. And whoa, you guys are supporting this game hardcore. Like they've done a lot of tweaks to just maps.
Cool guys.
Paying attention to stuff. Yeah, like they good on them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough. I think when it comes to multiplayer shooters, though, I agree with the sentiment that you shouldn't splinter your people away from your maps.
Yeah. Giving away maps for free. I don't know. It's tough. Modes paid for? I don't know.
Yeah, like that. But then it's like, where do you draw the line? It's a tough one.
Yeah.
Well, that's that, I suppose. I guess before we wrap this up, what do you got for me, Mr. Doug?
I'm trying to think of a good spooky question. Hey, here's a really easy, quick one. You gonna cover Pumpkin this year?
Yeah. I got to cover Pumpkin. I got that little guy with me, so we got to make Pumpkin.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nothing crazy zany this week, but that's all I got for you.
All right. I'm going to cover
Okay, cool.
Well, thanks, everyone, for tuning in. We always appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next level.